guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Shanti and you're watching me on my beauty channel, TheLeiaV. Today's video is going to be kickstarting off a web series that I'm introducing on my channel. It's going to be called the Girlfriend Guide series. So there will be one video every month that is dedicated to this Girlfriend Guide series from January till December. So stay tuned for that. And if you're newly watching me and my video, hello, thank you for stopping by. I would highly urge you to stay subscribed by clicking the subscribe button down in the info bar below, and you will see a bell icon next to it. Don't forget to click on it so that you can stay updated on future weekly uploads. So today's video is going to be about getting started on YouTube. Just a quick disclaimer to put it out there, this video will entirely be about my personal experience. I'm going to be sharing with you what are the do's and don'ts, tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. What is being a YouTuber mean to me? I would say that I am an online content creator for the YouTube platform. Basically, the YouTube community consists of creators like myself, viewers like yourself. Another party that comes into play would be advertisers, but I'm not going to be covering them. Today is going to be just the minimal amount of information you need to know if you're keen on starting your YouTube channel. If you're looking forward to creating your own YouTube channel, there are a few questions that you probably need to ask yourself. Don't just dive right in and then feel lost and you quickly want to give up. So I would like to pose this question to you if you're keen on creating your own YouTube channel and make videos. What is your purpose in the YouTube community? Think of it like a marketplace. There's like sellers, there's going to be buyers. Sellers that are going to be you who's going to be creating content, and buyers are going to be viewers. The more products that you have, the more items that you can sell, the more viewers that you'll be attracting in return. They will be curious to find out what are the type of content that you create. You can expect the more product that you have in terms of quality content, video uploading schedule, in return for more viewers. If you're like giant, then you'll have a bigger crowd. If you're like a small convenience store, you're going to be having a smaller crowd. Does that make any sense? One important thing that you have to take note of is that YouTube currently has been so saturated. If you desire to become a top YouTube content creator in a short amount of time, and that's what you really desire, you might be easily discouraged because it takes a lot of time. You don't just create a channel and expect like 100 viewers overnight. That's not going to be the case. Like I mentioned, you need to put up a lot of content, get them curious to find out more about your channel, come and visit your channel and scroll through your playlists and videos. So if you're going to be looking for a short-term, I don't know, success story, that may not be possible. The next part I'm going to be quickly touching on are the do's and don'ts. So we're going to be talking about the do's. You can create content that people want to see. You can try spotting trends. This point will probably take some time, but you do have to research on the kind of content that you're going to be putting up. The other thing that you can do is look up at your inspirational YouTubers and see what they are doing, and this kind of keeps you consistently be inspired. I reference Lily a lot in my videos and in my personal life. I love her, and I also love how hardworking she is and the kind of work ethic she has. I think she's such a hustler, and that's a big takeaway from me. The next few pointers is going to be sounding really lame and cliche perhaps, but truly it is to be just be yourself. You can be inspired by someone, but don't try to fake an accent that you don't have. Just talk like you would talk to someone. I do know that the discomfort originally I had when I just had to turn my camera on and look into the lenses and speak to you guys. But as with practice is also another thing that I would want to touch base on, is to make as many content as you can, really like what you're doing, and that's going to be giving you a lot of self-satisfaction on the long run, rather than if you keep looking at the numbers and you'll be really quickly discouraged, and that's not what you want to do. The last on the do list is to strictly adhere to the community guidelines that's being set by YouTube. You don't want to put up content that's being offensive, rude, anything that could upset anyone. Now we're going to be talking about the don'ts. What you don't want to do is to look for shortcuts. Another huge don't is to blindly just reach out to bigger YouTube channels of really big number sizes in the names of collaboration. Chances are they may not be able to get back to you as soon as you expect, and their response might not be in your favor. Don't get caught up with the numbers and don't give up just yet. Just keep practicing putting out more content. Another huge don't is to copy other YouTubers' content. That is really not acceptable, and people want to see what you can bring to the YouTube community, and that's not going to go far for you. Another thing that you should not be doing is comparing your channel size with someone else. Always be ready to improve yourself, make bigger, better content for your channel. It's something that you love and own, and make sure that you treasure that. Don't try to make it look like it's a competition. Don't feel pressured by the numbers or the viewers or the subscriber growth. It should never be about that. It should always be about betterment of yourself. The last pointer that I want to include in the don't list is to be in a hurry to collab. I would highly suggest that you plan out your content for your channel, the kind of videos that you want to put out, filming schedule. There's so much of prep work. Make sure that you work on that first. If you find yourself being caught up with numbers, ask yourself the question why you choose to be in the YouTube community in the first place. I feel like the purpose and the answer to your question why will help to ground you. I came from a place I was not sure what was going to happen after I left the workforce and I had a baby, and I did not know what to do with the pockets of time that I had to myself. I wanted to make sure that I could prep myself so that I could answer questions more efficiently, quickly, and improve my body language whenever I go for any interviews. That was my purpose, just to improve how I speak and my body language, and that's something that YouTube has greatly helped me with. Now let's talk about the equipment that's needed to make a YouTube video. First of all, you'll be needing a camera, basic equipment like a tripod, you need audio equipment, and you need lighting equipment. One other thing that I don't hear a lot of people speak about is I like to look at my pre and post-production work, the amount of cumulative amount of time, money, budget, manpower, resources. Although I'm just a one person doing all of this together, I just like looking at the whole framework, how I could better myself to making the next project, which is the next video, way more efficient, because I do have to deal with time constraint because I have a baby. Well, she's not a baby anymore, she's 4 years old, and I also have to cook and clean the house, and I also have to make sure that I plan out my videos really efficiently. And I feel like just planning out videos in general has been really exciting for me because I look forward to doing it every day, and I have like mood board and inspiration boards, and I take down notes, I do research, and all of this really excites me for no reason. I'm just a geeky person like that. The other things that you have to consider when you're going to be starting your YouTube channel is what your type of content is going to be. If it's going to be gaming, lifestyle, DIYs, beauty, travel, politics, news, and all of that. So make sure that you have all of this base covered. Although you don't really need to have equipment on point, but if you know what you're going to be putting out as content on your channel, I think you're headed towards the right direction. So as I said, you should be needing to look at schedule, resources, video release date, filming, planning, upload date, when and where to do all of these things. How are you going to be achieving all of this? First of all is to tap into the resources that you have. If you're a mom like me, you have a lot of pockets of time during the day, and how you can efficiently just fit in all of those things that are required to make a video. Another important way is to prioritize and list down the process of video making. Is also one of the parts where I truly take a lot of enjoyment doing, is planning out everything that I need to do for my videos. How are you going to be making videos? You ask yourself, you need to generate them. So how do you find those ideas? You need to look up information depending again on the type of content that you create. If you're into beauty, you can perhaps look into what are the top trending trends, that makeup trends that you might be interested in. Ask yourself a lot of questions. I feel like the answers will come to you and like kind of guide you along the way. Answers to these will kind of intrigue you and kind of inspire you further to find out more, research, and see what is trending, depending again on the type of content that you're creating for your channel. This is the last part of the video. I'm going to be quickly touching base on how you can measure your success on YouTube. Now this is only applicable for content creators who are uploading videos on a weekly basis, very much active. You can measure success by keeping track of the number of subscribers, see if your channel is growing in terms of subscribers. You can also measure your success on the views that each of your videos are clocking in. You can also take note of the number of shares, comments, likes, and dislikes each of your video has been bringing in, and this will give you a rough guide of what people want to see and what people want to see less of. Let's quickly talk about what is pre-production. I've briefly just mentioned a few minutes back. If you were to ask me, my pre-production would consist of a concept, draft, storyboard, revision, and finalized version. That's a lot actually, but I really take a lot of joy in doing this. Once I've uploaded my video, a day or two later, I will go back to the whole project, which is the whole of this pre-production and video idea, conceptualizing everything, all of it in total. And the post-production gives me information like how much time, manpower, resources, budget, and was I able to meet the deadline, which is essentially the video uploading day that I give myself each week. And this will give me a rough guideline to how I could manipulate any of those factors and reprioritize them so that I could efficiently do better in my next video. Is that a lot of information for you? I hope you're understanding everything I said, but in case you're not sure about what I'm talking about, do leave me a comment down below and I'll get back to you right away. I feel like all of this pre-production and post-production and the whole entirety in between will help you to understand the type of workflow style that you have. This definitely has helped me bring this whole video making into routine. Okay, so now let's talk about collaborations. They are so much fun. I always have a lot of fun collaborating with other beauty online content creators. They are so much fun. But I feel like the basics of an effective collaboration needs to be with YouTubers who are dependent, cooperative, and an effective team player. I feel if we have these three qualities, anyone would be finding it easy to collaborate with you. Depending on your geographic location, if it's going to be a collaboration with a YouTuber that's not from where you are, you have to take into consideration about the time differences, the type of workflow and work style may be different from yours, and you must always give time for small little hiccups that may happen along the way. Who you should collaborate with is a very important thing that I feel not many people touch base on, and I feel collaborations would be most successful if you're collaborating with another channel that is around the same size as you. If you're expecting to collaborate, for example, I have a channel of size 0. If I'm going to be wanting to collaborate with Lily Singh, also known as Superwoman, if that happens, that would be great. Don't expect to collaborate with someone of a bigger channel just so that you can have some of their subscribers. A lot of people know Lily. Her viewers may not know me. However big her channel size is, there is no guarantee that her viewers are going to come to my channel to view my videos. You have to understand that. Another effective way to seek collaboration is to assess someone else's channel's content if it's similar to yours. I recently collaborated with a Indian YouTuber from Kerala, and I feel like the type of content that I create and the kind of voiceover that I do is very much similar to Shyama, and we had a lot of fun, like just engaging in communication and like brainstorming ideas, and it was a lot of fun. There's still a lot of information that you can exchange and share, and you can learn a lot from collaborating with fellow YouTubers. I think we bring a little bit of magic into each collaboration, I feel, and it's a great way to make friendships, and I would highly suggest that you don't look forward to collaboration if it's just the numbers that you seek from someone else's channel. I would be open to collaborate with a channel, with a YouTuber who has been in consistent touch with me, who's been like, we've been exchanging a lot of chats and we've been commenting on each other's videos, or we've been in touch on Instagram, and we're looking forward to each other's next videos, and there's some sort of like a relationship that we've established before we embark on a collaboration. A roof can't stand by itself. You need to have like a foundation beneath it. If you really are looking forward to collaborating with someone, make sure that you check their channel out. Make sure that they have consistent upload video schedules. It's not like they upload once a month or once in 2 months. I love collaborating only because of my opportunity to learn more and just work with the kind of creative exchange that we can get from each other, and we learn a lot. The disadvantages of collaboration: whom you choose to collaborate with may affect your viewers, and you may potentially end up losing subscribers. If that's not what you want, then you probably have to step back and think about who you're collaborating with. The last disadvantage to collaborating is the unavoidable circumstances that sometimes we really can't foresee. The kind of like situations, the circumstances the YouTubers are exposed to, the timings, the difference, and may also result in the collaboration project to have a drawback. For example, if there is supposed to be a collaboration project that's happening on Friday, and Wednesday the collaborating party is backing out, you have to be sure that you have something else that would replace your collaboration project. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up for my girlfriend guide series. I hope these tips were helpful for you if you're keen on creating your own YouTube channel and start making videos. All the best from me. And this is Shanti signing off, and I will see you in my next week's video.